When Cleo first came to us, she was a 4-day-old Sphynx kitten whose mom had not really produced any milk. So she had had very little feeding at all in her 4-day life. She was really underweight. Originally, the owners, this was their first time breeding. The mom was pretty young and she wasn't producing any milk. That's really hard, especially because they were novice breeders, and that's when they reached out to us. Cleo went home to one of our critical care fosters who was feeding her by hand, but it's never quite the same when there's not a mom around.
She was the teeniest, tiniest cat I've ever seen. She was so vulnerable and so in need of help and care, and so I think all of us really came in and we surrounded her with love and really hope, because we didn't know if she was going to make it or not. Her life depended on us, depended on fosters, depended on the abilities of our medical team.
We brought her in when she was about 10 days old to do a recheck, check all her vitals, and just by chance, we actually had another mom coming in with her brand new kittens. They were getting an exam right around when we were trying to feed Cleo her lunch. We actually had the idea, hey, this mom is here with her 1-day-old kittens, and here's Cleo, who, yeah, she's 10 days old, but she's malnourished. She's like the same size as these babies who are 1-day-old. So we decided to try. We put Cleo into the crate with mom and 3 kittens, let them smell each other. Within just a couple minutes already, Cleo was already suckling and Ballerina was already grooming her. We all got super excited. It was clear to us that Ballerina was willing to be a surrogate mom for Cleo. That meant that Cleo now had access to fresh, completely real milk, a mom who would groom her, who would take care of her, who would keep her warm. Through Ballerina, Cleo was able to find a real mom. She started to get a lot better. She started to look really healthy. The siblings all played with Cleo. She got so many pictures and videos taken of her, so many cuddles.
The awe and the interest in Cleo was almost unmatched for any other cat that we featured on social media. It's such a unique, rare breed, plus the fact that people who may love this breed also love to rescue. We definitely received so many direct messages from across the US, across the world, people saying, please let us know when her adoption day is.
It was time for Cleo to start looking for her forever home. We really needed an owner who would make sure she had the best care possible. Being a Sphynx, she has some different care needs than other cats. A Sphynx cat has no hair whatsoever. Without that, Sphynxes are more likely to accumulate dirt, especially in the folds of their skin. So Sphynxes require their owners to help them a lot. So having an owner who knows all of that, is prepared and well-versed in Sphynx care, was really important to us to make sure Cleo was as healthy and happy as possible.
We knew that she was a really special little kitten. We had so many people that had just had such a great passion for Sphynx cats. We did a special application process. Her adopter had a lot of Sphynx experience. They fostered cats and kittens throughout their lives. It was just a perfect connection. She immediately climbed into her lap. Cleopatra just kind of looked like she was right with her new mom, and she was just so overjoyed to finally be able to take her home. It was a really special moment for all of us here.
I saw the little story that ran in the newspaper, and I just immediately fell in love with her. I showed my husband, and he said that we needed to apply immediately. We already have a Sphynx at home. I think she's going to have a good life with us. We have a domestic short-hair cat who looks just like her foster mommy, and we have a Chug, a pug Chihuahua mix, who just thinks she's a kitty too and loves to snuggle with them. We're just overjoyed. And everybody who has helped us here has been just really wonderful.
Her new family is just incredible. They are in love with her. She is in love with them. She was already reading stories with her dad. So cute, the photos we received. She has been spoiled rotten by Blue Buffalo and also our friends at Naturally Fresh. So it was really awesome to see her just settling right into her home. Thinking back on Cleo's story, I think it really does show the amount of care, the amount of attention, the amount of supplies, the amount of love that we're able to provide here at the center. It took a village to raise her up from a days-old kitten to an adoptable cat. When you donate to the center, you know that we'll take a chance. We'll take a chance on cats like Cleo because we know in the end we're able to find them happily ever after. We're able to find them a home that will be set for life. The fact that we were able to see her through the most vulnerable stage of her life is a miracle. And she really ended up being one of those stories I'll never forget.